Hello again, I am Nian and I am bringing you the game number 2. TaeJa is currently 1-0 up in the series from the quarterfinals of DreamHack Valencia 2012. And TaeJa, being very mana, good luck, have fun. And I think that SaSe might be a tiny bit jaded. He lost the base race in the last game. It wasn't that close, but he just got completely outplayed by TaeJa, which isn't actually all that uncommon. It's very rarely that someone manages to keep pace with the massive macro and awesome micro of TaeJa. But it looks as though this SEV is going to come and do the supply depot. And pylon coming up. Just zooming in a bit. But if you didn't watch my previous cast, I apologise for the nasally voice and cough. I do have a cold. But I need to put content out, because otherwise how else am I going to grow my channel? And also it's quite fun and it's something nice to do sort of when you're just slightly ill, and I want to get games casted before my throat completely dies, which will probably happen in about 2 days, judging by my average cold. But we've got the barracks coming down and the gateway coming down from TaeJa and SaSe. The barracks started just after the gateway. I think they have the same construction time. Yes, they do. So they'll probably finish up at roughly the same time. And the assimilator coming down for SaSe at roughly normal time. Normally I put it down on 14, but that's mainly because I sort of go for the slightly earlier upgrades. And by slightly earlier I mean basically once I've got 2 zealots out, I just go for 2-2 or something silly like that, and then attempt to micro my heart out and lose. But we're going to see the Cybercore thrown down immediately for SaSe. He is not waiting around. He is trying to keep his money as low as possible, whereas TaeJa is letting it build up. I think he might be going for CC first, possibly. Or not. It looks as though... yes, he will be going for... well, not CC first, but a CC, sort of early CC build. At around 17, and I think I heard the orbital command go. Yes, it did. And we've got the sort of defensive zealot coming out for SaSe. Well, not really defensive. It's pretty offensive zealot, actually. In fact, that's about as offensive a zealot as you can get. I mean, that's basically sticking up a middle finger to TaeJa. It's that offensive. But TaeJa draws a nice little star for us casters. He knows how to put on a show. But going to see the second, well no, a Stalker coming out, and the Zealot Scout is going to go and not do much. There's Marine. You can stutter step against Zealots, because they're not the fastest things, or you could just use the 2-step. I like to call it the Texas 2-step, or you could just shoot it, whichever. But the Stalker should help with shutting down that slight pressure. In the unit counting station, it is roughly equal. TaeJa has mules though, so mules are just awesome. That SCV gets taken out though, but we have the orbital starting on the natural, as well as the nexus down on the natural of SaSe. Again, SaSe going for quite a conservative build. He's not going for any sort of crazy 4-gate all-in or anything like that. I think that TaeJa is going to take out that Zealot unless he gets up the choke as quickly as possible. But that Zealot does make it out alive. That Stalker I don't think will. I think those Marines will be able to finish it off. Or not. I'm getting a lot wrong with because TaeJa's... I think both players are playing as conservatively as possible. If there were any more conservative, then women wouldn't have the vote. Oh! But no, that's not actually true. Forget I ever said that. It's actually pretty offensive. But apologies to any conservatives out there, or I don't know what the conservative version of the US is. But apologies to any of you, because equality is very important in our society, and I'm just really trying to cover my ass right now. We've got a robo coming out from SaSe, so we might see some warp. Yeah, it's going to be 3-gate robo, so we're going to see some, I hope, warp prism harass, because I love watching warp prism harass. I mean, watching Root Puck's stream just makes me happy with the amount of Colossus plays. But double bunker, TaeJa I think is expecting quite an early sort of aggressive push. But he sees the 3-gate robo and he knows that he can move out, salvages the bunkers, and he is going to move out, and he should be able to end this game. All that's defending that base is two sentries, and he'll have stims soon. That's SaSe, no, that's TaeJa, not SaSe. That Stalker just sitting up there, trying to make sure that he doesn't get the third. That's the other Stalker sees it. The Observer is going to scout it. TaeJa what does SaSe see? He is currently looking at his Nexi. But we are going to see the Stalker go out to scout, and those Marines and Marauders. I think that SaSe. Oh, TaeJa's being clever. He's going around the top, and he might be able to kill that Stalker from there. No, it's just out of range. But it's going to walk up, and stuff might be able to catch up. They'll meet in the middle. But we've got the Zealots and Sentries down on the natural, ready to defend. The Marine and Marauder push, the M&M push. Other chocolate sort of, or peanutty, or whatever crazy ass for other flavours they do, sweets are available. And TaeJa going for both upgrades as well as SaSe, both players going for the 1-1, so it'll be rough. If this attack doesn't go to plan, then it'll be roughly equal, and those two Stalkers gonna see the push coming in. The Marauders taking off half of that, well no, taking off half the Stalker's shield. But TaeJa decides to take down the rocks because those rocks are really a danger to society, and they should be exterminated as quickly as possible. But the Observer going to try and make its way inside the main, see what's coming up. And we've got double rack, so TaeJa going full bio because it worked last game, why wouldn't it work this game? And there are going to be 2 medevacs coming out there. So those rocks have now died, and the game can now continue with the scouting factory scouting, unsurprisingly. Looks as though there's going to be a drop play round in the mineral line. The Stalkers and Sentries are actually distracted by the factory. I don't think that SaSe can see the... No, he doesn't see the drop. He instead... Oh, I thought... He moves out and... Oh, he didn't get far enough away. But those medevacs are going to move out, and he only loses 1 Marine there, I think, due to the Colossus. And I don't know if he's got Colossus range yet. No, he doesn't. I think he's going to be saving up for Colossus range. Either that or trying to warp in reinforcements as quickly as possible. That Observer didn't stand a chance. And the other Observer just keeping an eye on that small task force. They quickly stim away. I think he might lose a couple of medevacs, but he knows the army's been drawn away. In come the other 2 medevacs. They could do some serious damage. There's only 3 Zealots down here. There's no reinforcements or anything. And he tries to warp in a couple of Zealots, but he's going... I think TaeJa might be able to... Oh, he loses the medevac with the most units in. That might be a devastating blow to TaeJa, but he has a lot of he has a lot of rack scissors. He's getting 3 more as we speak. I mean, you can't really outstrip TaeJa in production, and he's getting ship weapons because Vikings good against Colossus. That lone medevac, it will sing tales of this day. And those Marines, both recruits. I think everything here is a recruit. But TaeJa going to move out. Might try and go for the killing blow. The Observer heading out in just the wrong direction. But SaSe does see... He does see the big push. But the Observer gets taken out. SaSe knows that there's an attack incoming. He just doesn't know when. Sorry about that, Snuffle. But the other Observer going to try and make its way across. And I think it might have seen it. A couple stim up. And that Marine is going to get healed up fully. And I think that TaeJa might be deciding to sort of... He walks right into the scan. TaeJa knows the army composition. He turns to... he thinks better of it. I was hoping that he'd turn tail and just run straight into the natural and just destroy. But we have Storm coming from TaeJa. It might be a little too late, but we've got 3-3 coming down for TaeJa and 2-2 coming down from TaeJa, so TaeJa will have the advantage going into the upgrade situation. The question is, will he be able to pull it off? We've got Mobius Reactor, which I think is a medic upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. Where do you find... Oh, it might be the Ghost upgrade. I didn't see that Ghost Academy. Yes, it's a Ghost upgrade. So we might see some snipes on possible Archons and High Templar. But he tries to go for the Colossus with the Vikings, but just fails. And stims away, splits a couple of Marines up onto the high ground. And just completely turns tail when he sees just... yeah, they have charge. So those Zealots can completely shred an army with force field when it's force fielded in. Going to see the proxy from TaeJa. Looks as though TaeJa wants to try to be as dominant as possible. And TaeJa might try to come out the other exit. No, he can't. The TaeJa is getting incredibly good reads off TaeJa. And I think that was a Zealot that just sort of suddenly gave its life. And he does manage to get some very good snipes off on, I think those were High Templars. That command center, it gets cut. Oh, good Storm going down. Takes out quite a few units. But the Colossi can begin to deal some serious damage. Force fields go down in the middle. Will we see any Storms? Possibly. I think that... No, I think EMPs have gone down. I don't think we'll see any Psy Storms. There we go. There's a big Psy Storm. Units lost is looking pretty equal at the moment. It comes down to who can micro the best. But TaeJa has Marauders and can chew through those Stalkers. TaeJa has no army left. Yeah, TaeJa has very little army left. If we go to Units tab, 11 Zealots against that many Marauders and Marines and Medivacs. I think there's as many Medivacs as there are Marauders. And TaeJa is expanding off the back of this. The SCVs are going to get pulled onto the new mineral line. And that is a lot of mules getting called down. I think that was 5 roughly. Because I think there were 2 existing at the natural and main anyway. But, I know it might just be a full-on 7. But, they are going to get healed up and they are good to go. They might as well just plough straight into the bottom base. Because those High Templar, they will only just have enough for Storms. But he needs to be so careful with those Ghosts. Because those Zealots, if they get a surround, there's a Storm going down on those 2 Marauders, and I need to cough, so just bear with me a sec. Thank you for that. And the Colossus gets taken down, and again, TaeJa's micro. He managed to get a very good concave on them, and TaeJa gives TaeJa good luck for the rest of the tournament. TaeJa just completely dominating. Out macroed TaeJa, out microed TaeJa. TaeJa actually came into this game with pretty good macro, but I think TaeJa might have out macroed him. 7 Ghosts left over. He could have sort of cloaked and just gone in and sniped all the probes. Just sniping all the things. Anyway, I've been Ian, and I will see you in the next series.